Hey all and welcome to First Cut Films, the Real Gorilla Filmmaking Forum. My name is LESIBA MALETE, and on today's video we'll be talking about the 5 phases of production. This will be a two-part series video, but today we'll be discussing development, pre-production and production. Excuse my voice, it's that time of the season, so even though I'm not feeling well, I thought I'll still make this video for you. Well, in case you're interested in the production side of filmmaking, then this video is certainly for someone like you. Just let me know what other videos you would like me to make for you guys to help you become a better filmmaker. You know, talk to me in the comment section down below. I would love to hear from you. Just even on Facebook or Twitter, just write here. I would love to discuss films and filmmaking with you, and just let me know what you think of these videos and what other videos I should make. So without wasting your precious time at work or at school on YouTube, let's get into it. Now, filmmaking is the process of making a film. If you didn't know that, know whatever. So within that process, we have what we call the 5 stages or phases of production. With that being said, those stages or phases are development, pre-production, production, post-production, marketing, and distribution. Now, that's the right chronological... Huh? Chronological... Yeah, that's the word. So never get them mixed up or shuffle them, or you'll end up in production and waste money without going through development and pre-production, or you'll end up with a film that you totally don't have a plan to market and distribute. So personally, I count marketing and distribution as one, or put them under one group. Not that they mean the same thing, but because you have to distribute and market your film. Remember, we don't make films to store them so they can collect dust, but for the audience, friends and family, and to share with the rest of the world. Development is the first stage or phase of production that involves a lot of brainstorming. An idea or concept is birthed, and then we work towards developing it into a script. That's why we have so many ideas tossed around and brainstorming sessions in those production meetings. 3 brains are better than 1, so collaborate with other filmmakers or aspiring filmmakers. That's the best advice I can give you. Just don't hire that guy. Sometimes a producer comes up with a concept and collaborate with the scriptwriter because they're good in turning ideas into scripts, and the producer will still direct the film if that's what they want, because they have the vision. So Mr. or Mrs. Producer, now that you know the concept and your script is still in development, you need to come up with possible ways to raise funds. Remember, we don't know how much we need to raise, but you need to come up with possible ways that's gonna help you raise as much as you're gonna need or more. What's important is that you need to open a bank account, a savings bank account, and store that money, because if you keep it on you, the risks and chances of you losing it or you coming to tell us that it's gone, they're there. So it needs to be safe. Rule of thumb as a filmmaker, especially in the production department, is that you need to be organized. So in the production department, we record everything and we make sure it's filed. This is how we keep our proof. From legal documents or any mutual agreements between 2 parties, any signed off paper or release form, those things need to be filed, because you might later want to recoup those costs. So you need to know how much you spend towards making that movie. So you need to get yourself an arch lever file with plastic sleeves and file dividers. One other important thing as a filmmaker is to stop or avoid any problems that can affect the production or this 5 stages negatively. So you need to be in constant communication with your crew so that you guys are on the same page. Like I've said, in development we brainstorm a lot and share ideas. So make sure you're in regular contact with your crew or whoever that you'll be working with at least more than once a week. And in those meetings, make sure you take notes to follow up what had to be done when and by who. So you can have productive, informative production meetings other than talking about how Jamie Foxx killed it when he played Ray Charles. Just don't call anyone the day or night before about the meeting. At least 2 days before is better. Then remind them the day before about the meeting, if that makes sense. So pre-production is the period of time used to plan and prepare for the filming and completion of the film. So with that being said, in pre-production, we need to know realistic cost estimates. You need to be smart, so start planning ahead. You need to do a script breakdown so you know what you're gonna need on your day of shoot, from costumes, special makeup, if you're gonna need any props and stuff like that. In case you haven't watched my video on 10 low budget filmmaking tips, I've left a link in the description down below, because you're gonna need it before you go into production. So make sure you watch that video. So the production stage or principal photography is the period of time where you get to execute all the planning and prepping you've been doing in development and pre-production. Basically, it's the point of time where you get to press that record button. So make sure you get your shit together before you go into production, because this is also a point of no return. There's no going back once you go into production. Just remember, you're watching a first part of a 2-part series video on the 5 phases of production. This is not the end of it. We still need to discuss marketing and distribution. So please subscribe to this channel. And this is your boy LESIBA 8 all.